5, 4, 3, 2.
Greetings, comic book and movie fans. This is Jonaluthor from this side of your screen. And from this episode, I'm gonna talk about two movies and two new releases from the last weekend. One of them is a non-stop action movie, and the other one it's more like a grandfather-grandson tale. I'm talking about Copshop and CRY MACHO. Let's talk a bit about it.
¿Sientes su presencia? ¿Sientes la presencia? Es...
Copshop, it tells the story of Teddy, a guy which he on purpose attacked an officer to be arrested in a small county jail in Gun Creek, Las Vegas. Well, I mean, in the state of Nevada. Once he's inside this jail, there's another character who comes by because he's drunk, and once both of them are together and alone in the basement of this jail, then the drunk guy reveals that he's going to kill Teddy. Apparently, Teddy has a dark past, and now he has some bounty hunters going for him in this jail. But what happens when the rookie officer go to check these two guys and she start to be involved in this conflict? This is the plot of Copshop. But what happened when the third character comes by to this county jail and he start to shoot every officer over there? So once this guy comes by, he start to kill everybody in the jail, in the police station, and he goes to the basement and he threats Teddy and the other guys, telling him that I'm going to kill you. So this guy is a total psycho. And in the middle of this shooting is Officer Valerie. So once the first gunshot it starts, from now on there's non-stop action everywhere. Explosion, killings, betrayal, intrigue, conspiration, all these elements are in this movie. If you like movies like Snatch, like Rock'n'Rolla, or like The Gentleman, Copshop is the same kind of movie. Any non-character is reliable. All of them has a dark past and some questionable principles. So, in that way, every time that somebody says something, that somebody tried to help somebody, or when any of the characters trying to do an action, you don't know what will happen. Because, like I told you, any of them is reliable. And you can see this through the movie because this tension, this kind of lions, this shouting between the characters telling don't trust him, don't trust him, don't trust anybody. It makes the movie really interesting, and everything is happening in just one night, in a couple of hours inside of this county jail. So, like I told you, if you like these non-stop action movies, this is your kind of movie to watch. My score for this movie is, it is a good movie if you like action movies. Like I told you, this is a movie that once the first shot is done, then it's non-stop action everywhere. Explosions, fire, some night fights, and a lot of people injury and blood everywhere is in this movie. So, that makes it really interesting if you like that kind of movie. In that way, you can enjoy it really good. But if you don't like gun shootings everywhere, maybe you should watch another one. But the story is good, the performance is good, the action is non-stop, and if you like that, you will enjoy this movie in the movie theater. The second movie that I will talk about is CRY MACHO. CRY MACHO tells the story of Mike, an old cowboy, former cowboy. Then his former boss asked him a favor, and he asked him that if he can go to Mexico City and pick up the boss's child. It's a 13 years old teenager. So Mike accepts the job and he goes to Mexico City to pick this teenager. But the situation is not that easy because the teenager is not with his mom. And all this happens because apparently the kid's mom, the name's kid is Raphael, is some kind of wealthy woman, but involved in not so legal activities. And Mike found Raphael in the middle of cockfight. So once this illegal situation and Raphael accept go with Mike to meet his dad, then the mom hires some henchmen and some police officer to reach and take Raphael back to her. So during this traveling, Mike and Raphael break the car in a small town. So they have to stay a while in this town. Meanwhile, they need to fix the car. But during this traveling in this little town, they found something that they never had found before. Once they stay in this little town, they start to create some kind of bond together. Mike start to work in a small ranch training horses and healing animals. Well, not healing by itself because Mike has been a farm boy and a cowboy all his life. So he knew a few tricks about how to cure animals. And he used this knowledge to cure these animals and to break horses in that town to sell them. Meanwhile, Raphael it's starting to be trained by Mike, and at the same time, Raphael is teaching Mike how to deal with the Mexicans. And there's another element that it comes to this equation, and it is a woman that apparently Mike likes her, and this makes the thing a little bit more complicated. This movie is not a drama, it's not an action movie, but it's not a sad movie. It's more like a road trip. In all this journey between Mexico City and the border to deliver Raphael to his dad, Mike and Raphael learn each other that everybody has something to learn and has something to share if you are in the right spot. So I think that at the end of the day, the subject of this movie is everybody has a place, the right place to be happy. It doesn't matter how long it takes to find it, but once you found it, you will know that you found your place. That makes this movie a really good movie to watch, especially if you are with family or if you are struggling with something with yourself. It's a good movie. My score for this movie is I can smell awards on this one, but it's not the best Clint Eastwood movie. Most of the time, the combination of Clint Eastwood in direction and performing, it means a lot of awards. With this one, I think there will be nominee for some awards, but it's not the best. So it's not going to be the great winner or the big winner in the next award season. That doesn't mean that the movie is bad, but it's a really good road trip movie. It's really reflective. It's a feel-good movie, and at the end of the day, once you watch it, you maybe have cried, you maybe have laughed, you maybe have thinking somebody you really care about that person. So if you have any kind of problems with families, or if you want to make someone of your family make you feel better, or if you want to make yourself feel better, go and watch this movie. it's totally worth it. You will spend your money really good if you go to the movie theater and watch this one. Both movies were released the past September 17. Besides, CRY MACHO, it's available right now in HBO Max. So if you have a subscription, go over there and you can watch it on streaming in your house. So check your local movie theater schedule and watch any of the movies that I recommend you. And if you're going to the movie theater, don't forget, pick AMC as your priority. They have really good price, the staff is cool, they have really good snacks, and the AMC A-list membership is really good because you only spend $20 per month and you can watch up to 12 movies during the month. That means up to 3 movies every week. That's a really good price. So support your local movie theater because they need our support and we need their entertainment. And this is the end of this episode. I appreciate so much that you have watched it up to the end. Remember, if you like it, give me a big thumbs up. Your comments are really important, so put it in the part below this video. In that way, I will know if you like this movie, if you like this video, or if you like any section of this channel. Any comment that you make me to improve the channel, it's more than welcome. Share. That way, more people will know about this movie or any other movie and the channel. We can make this fan community grow. And above all, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell. In that way you will know about the notifications for the new movies that I will updating in this channel. It's just a small click for you, but it means a lot for me. I'm Jonaluthor and you can find me with that nickname in YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and soon I will be on Patreon too. Thank you for watching this episode. See you in the next one. Greetings and keep in touch.